Welcome to the Introduction to Blackboard version 9 for students. The first thing you will notice about Blackboard version 9 is that it looks quite different from the current version of Blackboard, version 7.3. Right from the login screen, you can see that it is more up-to-date and modern looking than the prior version. The first page you get when you log into Blackboard is the My Blackboard page, which lists all the courses you are taking, as well as a variety of tools and announcements from your current courses. The My Courses area lists all the courses in which you are enrolled for the current semester. I'm going to enter the Blackboard orientation class to give you a preview of some of the changes in Blackboard version 9. When you enter a course in Blackboard 9, things should basically look familiar if you have been a Blackboard 7.3 user. The menu is along the left edge of the screen as it was before, and the content area is in the center panel. Just as before, when you click on a menu selection, the area or the information in the content area changes to reflect that selection. One thing that is different in version 9 is the Hide menu option, which can be used to gain more space on the screen for content. Click on this arrow to expand the content area of the screen and hide the menu and provide an entire screen full of information. To get the menu back, click on the right pointing arrow and the menu will display again. Notice that tooltips are available. When you move your mouse pointer over the arrow, you'll see the tip Hide Course menu. Over the right facing arrow, Show Course menu. Sometimes some Blackboard content or links may actually take over the entire screen and the menu will disappear. I'm going to go to my course materials area, to the Using Blackboard folder, and click on this Getting Started in Blackboard, which is actually something called a learning unit, which enables an instructor to present sequential information. Notice that I no longer have the right pointing arrow to return to my menu. I can navigate within the learning unit using the learning unit navigation to each page, but I'm kind of stuck because I don't have any way to get back to my menu. That's when you'll want to use something called the breadcrumbs along the top of the screen. The breadcrumbs always reflect the path that you took to get to a particular page. So if I click on the Using Blackboard in my breadcrumbs, I'll be back to that Using Blackboard page again. And you'll notice that my menu is currently displayed. Let's look at that again. If I go to, let's say, Course Materials, to the Using Blackboard area, my breadcrumbs reflect exactly the path that I used to get to that spot. So I can go back to a prior page using the breadcrumbs. This is a better way to navigate back to prior locations in the class rather than using your browser back button. A few other particular items that you might want to be aware of in Blackboard version 9 is that there, in many cases, will now be a Tools menu that provides links to a variety of tools in the class. Previously, this was a Course Tools area on the Student menu. Also, there is a Library button in most classes that takes you directly to the Library page. And notice on the Library page that there is a section specifically for distance or off-campus students because the library does provide services to those types of students. Finally, if there is a Technical Help button in your course, that will take you directly to our UNC Blackboard support site that has information about calling the Technical Support Center for assistance, some tips on what to do before calling for help, and a variety of other important information for operating in your class. I'd like to show you some additional things about the menu. You might notice that now the menu looks different than it did a few minutes ago. You can encounter either type of menu in your courses. This is a text view of the menu, or some instructors prefer the button view that you were looking at before. I wanted to show you this so that you would know that the menu can be different depending upon how an instructor configures the course. In addition, there's a series of icons along the top of the menu that enable you to view the menu in a different way. If I go to this icon, which is called Folder View, it will display my menu as a series of folders. The nice thing about this is that This is expandable, so I can click on the plus sign to expand the menu and actually see the content that is within it. This enables me to jump to really any section of the course quite more easily through the menu rather than having to click through a variety of screens. If you'd like to return to the list view after you have the folder view, just click on this other icon, which is list view. And finally, the other icon that's here displays the course menu in a separate window. So you can actually have the course menu in a different window. And if you happen to have two screens available, this is a really handy way of operating in a course. I hope that this brief introduction has provided you with some information about how to navigate in the new version of Blackboard. Please notice that we have two additional tutorials available, one on using the discussion groups and another on submitting assignments and taking quizzes. Be sure to access our support resources site if you want some more documentation and information on Blackboard 9, and call the Technical Support Center if you have any questions or problems accessing the system.